Welcome to the channel, everyone. I'm Skratch. This is another Dragonheir Silent Gods video. Hope you guys are having an amazing Friday, a fantastic weekend ahead. Let me know in the comments down below what plans you guys have for this weekend. Doing anything interesting? Probably I'll be just chilling with the fam, you know, nothing too crazy, nothing out of the ordinary. In today's video, guys, I want to spotlight an epic champion that I've been sleeping on for a very, very long time. And now that we have the new endgame boss, the Mekkatorque, he really comes in handy. I want to point out the epic champion so you guys know to prepare ahead, to kind of like keep this epic champion in the back of your mind. Now, before we move over to that, I just want to say a big thank you to Dragonheir for sponsoring today's video. And if you guys are new to the channel or you haven't tried Dragonheir Silent Gods just yet, now is the perfect moment to do so. Season 2 is coming to an end, guys, and we are getting ready for Season 3, but in the meantime, we have the second phase of the Dungeons and Dragons collaboration event, bringing in a new legendary artifact, 2 new powerful mages joining the Dragonheir universe, Mr. Aumar, which can be summoned from the Planar Summoning event. We have, of course, Semester, his nemesis, which will be the new boss for the event, guys. He has 2 different phases, bringing in new enemies, tons of awesome things happening. Of course, we have some new cosmetics, new dice skins, we have new avatar frames. If you guys want to download the game, you can do so by using my link in the description down below, or in the pinned comment, or by scanning the QR code you see on the screen. And talking about this epic hero, guys, let me just quickly bring him on the screen. We have Pargu. He is a support hero from the ice element. Now, he's not meant to do insane damage. He's not just meant in general to be extremely helpful. I'll be very honest with you. I don't think that for most content, he's extremely helpful. But for this particular content, he's actually amazing, and I'm going to explain you why. So, with a passive, when using a skills to deal damage to a target inflicted with any debuffs, reduces the duration of a random buff on them by 2 seconds. Is now really helpful for us. Deals cold damage to the enemy with a chance to inflict frozen, 400% attack damage, not too bad. What's nice on him is this ultimate skill. Deals 300% attack to the target 3 times, so 900% in total, with a chance of inflicting the target with 3 debuffs randomly selected from the following. So you don't even need the scrolls on him, guys, because the chance will only be 75%. But he's bringing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different debuffs to the fight, okay? So you have attack penalty, recharge speed penalty, healing prohibition, accuracy penalty, buff prohibition. If you guys already had a chance to try out the Mekkatorque, the new endgame boss, probably you know that the more debuffs you bring into the fight, the more damage you deal. To be more specific, is approximately 10% damage per debuff. Right here. So maybe I'm not going to see it because of my head, but there we go. So 10% for each debuff. That will allow us to actually get quite a bit of extra damage by having Pargu on the same team. Now, the main thing to keep in mind, the con with the hero, is that he's not very reliable as a decreased attack character. So in order to be able to sustain your team, you need to bring some of the best support into this team where you're running Pargu. That's why I have Garius in this team. So like this, I'm going to get plenty of healing. I'm going to get the shield from Garius because of the artifact that I have. And Pargu can do the job and land all these debuffs on the boss. And on top of it, just to do it even better, I gave him the Crown of the Unclean, so he can actually land a 6th debuff, bringing in 60% extra damage on the team, guys. You don't even need the scrolls on him. So by the time you get to this part of the end game, you will probably have quite a few champions, quite a few heroes leveled up, and you might have to work on a few extras. So farming Goblin is going to be kind of like your daily routine, and yes, keep him in mind. Definitely considering giving him a go if you have a spot for him in the team. I have him built on a Moonlight set. I don't really have crazy stats on him, honestly. I kind of like went more for survivability rather than the damage, because for me, he's just the enabler. He's just the debuffer. And I want him to survive. I don't want to worry about him dying because he's too squishy. 47k HP, sorry. We have over 2000 defense. I have approximately 3.1k attack. Almost full crit rate, 83 crit rate, and I have 91 crit damage. You do need the accuracy. If you have some skill haste, is good, but it's not mandatory because I have a timing for his skill. So this team will run on a full auto. This is what I have on all of my heroes. This is actually a team that deals a lot of damage, guys. Filto is just absolutely insane. I'm so glad that I managed to summon him this season because he was on my list for quite a while now. Then let me just quickly show you the timing. So that's what I have on the team right here, but this is before the boss goes to 50%, okay? And like this, it will run on full auto. The boss has a 30 seconds rotation. That's why all of my heroes are on a 30-second cycle, except Garius, because I want Garius to use his ultimate as often as possible. He's using it every 17.6 seconds, to be more specific, you know? So he's constantly going to shield and heal the team. And then the rest of them are doing the damage in a specific order because we want to have the defense down from this hero, then make sure we have rally for the rest. But let me just quickly show you how the team works. So we're actually going to run the defense aura, guys. That will help us with the survivability. If no, we might get smacked. The boss deals a lot of damage. So the way we are starting the round, Caitlyn using the ultimate skill, we're going to have that defense down, landing on the boss as well, enabling one stack that will give us 10% additional damage. Once that expires, we have Pargu going on with his ultimate. So I have him set to always use the skill at that moment, and he just landed 4 different debuffs with Crown of the Unclean, putting us to a stack of actually 3 debuffs, my bad. He landed 3 debuffs, I just missed it right there. So 3 debuffs, and we are at a stack of 4 now. We have 40% additional damage. Now, slowly and surely, he will make sure that he is landing the other 3 debuffs that he did not land just yet. So the more he's using the ultimate, the better. Now, the main thing in here is that I want to keep him always at the same moment before the boss is using the ultimate, because later on, I will rely on him to drop the decrease attack on the boss every now and then and reduce the damage that we're taking, because if no, the boss will really, really obliterate us. So you see, Caitlyn has this awesome skill that goes on auto directly on the orbs. We don't have to do anything. Same with Filto. If you position him in the middle right there, he will just go boom. Then Pargu again, bringing in decrease attack, recharge speed penalty. So right now, we are at 6 stacks that give us 60% additional damage, guys. Pretty damn crazy. And we need to get one more. One more, and then we will be sorted pretty much with the extra damage. But it's crazy to have one hero bringing in 5 debuffs, and then we make him bring the 6th one by giving him the Crown of the Unclean. So he's going to be extremely, extremely efficient for you guys versus this boss. There we go. We landed the block buffs right now, or the recharge speed penalty. I'm not sure which one of them was missing before. And right now we have 7 stacks of 10% additional damage, dealing 70% extra damage in total, guys. So all of my damage dealers now will actually go crazy. How you may notice, we're barely 2 minutes in the fight and we already have 73 million damage. Now, of course, this is due to having Filto in the team, who actually deals a disgusting amount of damage. He's just crazy. He deals so much damage. And Radiance in general is very powerful. The more AoE heroes you have in this team, guys, the better you will perform. Now, heroes like Pargu don't really matter as much in terms of hitting the orbs, so it doesn't matter if it's AoE or a single target, because I do want to time his ultimate right before the boss will get to use the last 2 skills. So, how I mentioned, I want to try and have that decrease attack down on it. It's a very high chance for the decrease attack to be there, but it's not extremely reliable as the main decrease attack character. So, not having good support next to him, it will be pretty costly. Now, let's just say you got fortunate enough to have Filto or Huberg and to have a Laurentil or to have Caitlyn. You can drop one of the damage dealers out of the team and bring in one more support or one more decrease attack character next to Garius if you don't have the legendary artifact for him, or if you don't have Garius available. You might use a Quarian, you might use a Catherine next to Pargu and the other 2 damage dealers. And you might not deal the crazy damage that my team is dealing right now, but you will still perform really, really well, you know, and get probably 100+ million damage, which honestly is extremely, extremely good damage. 100 million, guys, is wow, you know, it's extremely good for a team. But here we are, guys. Look at Filto, 125 million damage. 125 million damage. Just crazy what this hero can do in terms of damage. Radiance, Ice Blast, they're extremely powerful when we're talking about spraying damage. Same with Dauntless. Dauntless does a lot of damage if you have the right characters in, and if you're kind of like synergizing the right team. Same with the Ice Blast. Like, look at Gertin with Sheena and other characters. They're really putting in big numbers in general. So we almost reached 200 million damage. After you reach the 200 million damage, the damage gets reduced by 90%, you know? So you're barely scoring any damage whatsoever, but you're still getting a little bit, you know? And right here we are at 208 million damage already, you know? So it's gonna be slow from here on because even though I have all this firepower with Filto, I won't be able to kill the waves, you know, the orbs. And I just lost him here as well, you know. He died already. I'm not going to retry this run because the damage is already pretty good. I'm happy with what we have, you know. 208 million damage. I could go in and retry it over and over again to get a few more millions extra on the score, but again, it will have to do with Pargu. Is he going to put a decreased attack towards the end of the fight when we really need it, or he's going to play us out a bit with the RNG? But we won't be able to deal as much damage without having a hero like Pargu in the team to enable us 60% additional damage, guys, which is really, really mind-blowing. How I explained you in a different video the other day, I showed you a team with Dane and others. You really need to bring in a lot of debuffs to score big numbers, and Pargu is one of those heroes that really, really enables you to do so, basically, you know? Definitely. But there we go. We pretty much lost everybody. Pargu and Garius, they're like, no, I refuse to go. Even now, he's not putting the decreased attack. He's putting recharge speed penalty, which does not affect this boss, by the way. So the only benefit of having recharge speed penalty is that you can count basically an extra debuff on the boss. So let's see. 209 million damage. You see Pargu, he dealt 5.1 million, but he's not built for damage either, you know? 2.5%. Filto, 151 million. Elton, 28. Caitlyn, 21 million. But that was all for this video, guys. I just wanted to show you what Pargu can do, or better said, what can Pargu enable others to do, you know, with this skill by bringing in so many debuffs versus the Mekkatorque. Thanks to Dragonheir again for sponsoring today's video, and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys want to get involved with Dragonheir Silent Gods, you can download the game by using my link in the description down below, or in the pinned comment, or by scanning the QR code you see on the screen. That was all for the video. Much love, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.